President Donald Trump recently released a statement saying that he will be federalizing Washington, D.C. Right? Now, when he made this statement, I didn't take any offense to it at all. Actually, I was happy and I was in agreement with that decision, simply because, for one, Washington, D.C. is where our president resides. That's where he lives. Not only him, but a lot of important political people live in Washington. I believe that Washington should, if not be the safest place in America, due to the importance of the people that is there, right? So I totally am in agreement with him 100%. I believe that federalizing Washington, D.C. will absolutely be beneficial for the people in the community and for him, period. There's no problem with that in my eyes. Right? Getting the criminals off of the street, making sure that Washington is a safe place for people to live and to just continue pursuing the American dream is absolutely great. I see nothing wrong with it. But there is a certain demographic of people who actually do see a problem with that. And it's sad to say, but as my fellow brothers and sisters, once again, always offended by everything and ashamed of nothing, have nothing that they are ashamed about, but are offended by the slightest little things that shouldn't even matter. But you know what? It's sad. I can't even sit here and say that it's okay, because I started to, but it's not. It's not okay. It's sad, and quite frankly, I'm tired of it. Like, my community always have something they have to say when they're offended. When they're offended, they always insert themselves like somebody's supposed to care that their feelings are hurt. Now, since I'm on this, the black people, the black liberals, Democrats, or whatever in Washington, D.C. have decided to protest in response to what President Donald Trump said about federalizing Washington, D.C. Their argument basically is that Donald Trump is attacking them, the black people. When in all actuality, when Trump released the statement of him federalizing Washington, D.C., he did not specifically name one demographic of people. He didn't say white people. He didn't say black people. He didn't say Asians. He didn't say kids. Nothing. He said criminals. That's all he said. He's trying to cut down crime in Washington, D.C. Now my thing is, if he said criminals, why are black people so offended? Why do you feel like you have to insert yourself because he said he wants to cut down crime? Well, is it that because black people have the highest crime rate in America? Is it because of that? Is because we know deep down inside that we have the highest number of crimes here in America and probably Washington, D.C., right? Is that why? Or is it the fact that you have been brainwashed and conditioned to have deranged Trump syndrome? Meaning, it don't matter what Trump do, you have been trained to dislike him and everything that he does without even reading the facts. Everything that somebody tells you about Trump, you take it, you run with it, and you believe it, and you spread lies like STDs. And it is absolutely crazy. And I believe that in this situation, that is what's happening. Once again, nobody has no facts. Trump is not trying to attack black people or lock up black people. No, he's not coming after the blacks. He's coming after the criminals. Now, if you're black and you're a criminal, then he's coming after you. If you're white and you're a criminal, he's coming after you. Asian, Hispanic, and so on. If you're illegal and a criminal, he's coming after you. Like, point blank, period. Simple as that. I don't understand how is black people this offended by their president trying to keep them safe, keep y'all safe if you're watching. It makes no sense to me. In response to President Trump releasing that statement, they decided to protest and do a rally, basically, you know, just speaking their ignorant piece, because what they were speaking made no sense at all. And they had the worst spokesman person to speak on behalf of black people in this protest. What she said didn't make no sense, had no facts, all emotions. And we're gonna hop right into the video. But before we do, make sure y'all thumbs up this video, make sure y'all like the video so that this video can hit the algorithm and so that more people like you can see videos like this. And without further ado, we're gonna hop right into it. Now, disclaimer, I will be pausing and stopping the video every couple of seconds so that I can give my opinion and my 2 cents, because she's about to say some real ignorant stuff that just does not make sense. So, let's hop right into it.
When we fight, thank you. To the streets, this our DC, no justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, this our DC, no justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, no justice, no peace. Okay, y'all. But
I'm trying to start something, and you don't even got the rhythm of the timing to keep it flowing. Like you already starting off bad, man.
The kids is taken to the streets. This our DC. If we don't get no justice, they're not going to get any peace. My name is Nene Taylor, N-E-E-N-E-E-T-A-Y-L-O-R. I'm a co-founder of Free DC Project, and I'm also the executive director and co-founder of Hurriy's Wildest Dreams. The only violence that's happening in DC right now is the violence against our communities that this president is directing.
That's a lie. Off rip. I'm calling it out. I'm calling it out because that's just not true. The violence that's happening in DC against black people is coming from other black people against black people. Nobody is harming black people in all of America like black people. Numbers don't lie. She's a liar.
For 4 nights straight, the president has been trying to provoke violence here, right here, in the black communities and in the brown communities, having ICE kidnap our neighbors, having the black community be harassed and profiled and want to respond.
Okay, number 2, right? This might be a long video because she is up here lying. ICE cannot kidnap your neighbor, okay? Only illegals is who they kidnap, and it's not even kidnapping because they're not even supposed to be here. They're getting tossed out and going back to their country, right? If you are an American citizen, you shouldn't be worried about ICE. If you're here legally, ICE isn't your portion. You shouldn't be worried about ICE. So this is another example of somebody who don't read, who only reads headlines and believes anything that mainstream media or whomever that also hates Trump tell her. That's a prime example of what we're seeing right here. She has no facts. This is all emotion.
We say, hell no, we won't go. When we say we won't go, that means we're not going into those mass incarceration, into their prisons and enslavement. We won't go into their ICE, those what do you call his beautiful centers that he got. We won't.
She don't even know the name of them. You not going to prison unless you a criminal, baby. You not going to Alligator Alcatraz unless you're an illegal immigrant and you're here illegally. What are you talking about, ma'am?
Go to where alligators live. Hell no, we won't go.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
Today we gather to speak plainly
So
about
what?
a policy path that sounds strong, but in truth, it weakens the very safety we see.
Sounds strong, but I guarantee you she voted for Kamala Harris. And she can't name not one policy plan that she had besides abortion. Trump's policies are strong. You feel like they sound strong because they are strong, ma'am.
There is a better way to protect us all. One that respects rights, to build trust and keep our communities truly safe, and that is fascism free. Fear is not a roadmap to safety. It is a burial. It fails hardest on the black communities that already bear disproportionate share of surveillance, stops, and forces. I want to be clear. We've been here before. This is a long history. Well before today, the black communities bearing the brunt of aggressive policing. I'm
gonna be honest. I don't know what she's saying. I can't understand her. And I'm not trying to be funny, but like her speech is a little off and I can't understand her verbiage. But I'm gonna try to push through and we gonna try to make it through. But I don't know what she's saying.
And reports from many credible organizations show patterns. Black people are more likely to be stopped, searched, questioned, arrested, and harmed in encounters with the law. When we add the presence of federal agents or the National Guard to daily life in these neighborhoods, the burden can multiply.
Listen, first of all, the reason why black people are racially profiled, again, is because black people have the highest crime rate in America. That's why. So if you look like a criminal who just so happened to be black, you're probably going to get profiled. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've experienced that. I've experienced being profiled. I'm a black woman with dreads, tattoos. But the issue is, if you done no wrong, if you're a calm individual, if you have common sense, you know how to speak and carry yourself, they can clearly see, okay, this is not who we are after. She's good. Her background is clean. Let's let her go. Cool. And to the crib I go. And when I'm racially profiled because of the numbers, because of the crime rate that black Americans commit, I can't be offended. I can't. It'll be crazy of me to be offended by a white cop looking at me like, are you one of those guys too? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. You know, like, I can't get offended because it's true. It's just like, you know, somebody who has a background of being a rapist, or their family has a incest problem. Like, when I come around them, I'm gonna think they own that until they tell me, hey, that's not me, that's my brother or my sister. You know, you don't know unless you really talk to that individual. But, you know, I digress. Let's proceed.
Making harm more rare, but making it more visible and more likely to escalate. So be clear, this has been going on. But as you bring more policemen, it's going to escalate. Black Washingtonians have long recognized that community violence cannot be solved through state violence, and have asked for meaningful investments and solutions that are proven to work. Racist over-policing goes beyond D.C., as the roots of American policing in many regions, like enslaved patrols. Police have been enslaving and murdering black people with freedom for punishment for centuries. I stand in front of you today with a signal to the residents of D.C. and the country that we will not be idle as oppressive structures try to harm our communities and take power. The fight for black liberation and the liberation of all people will not stop, no matter our oppression, intimidation, manipulation tactics.
Ma'am, liberation. We've been free for the past 200 years. We've been free for the past 200 years. There's not one thing that a black person can't do in this country that a white person can't. Vice versa. There's not one thing that a white person can do in this country that a black person can't. We have the same exact rights. What do you mean? I can get up every morning and do exactly what the heck I want to do. I have the same rights just as any other American, white, Hispanic. We've been free. Ma'am, I think what black people fail to realize is that this is how they actually keep you enslaved for real, for real. Mentally, having you think that you're oppressed, having you think that you're a victim, having you think, manipulating your brain to thinking that the police is after you. When that's just not true. They're after the criminals. And who are the criminals? Well, according to statistics, it looks like majority of black people are. Come on. We've been free. We've been free.
We have the right to demand respect, to protect ourselves, and protect each other.
Is it over?
And as the executive director of Her Wildest Dreams, I want to name white people's civil rights have never been in danger because they are white. The white civil rights represents the desire from the Jim Crow. Full stop. At Her Wildest Dreams, and as we support Free DC, we're fighting against mass incarceration, policing, ICE, violence towards immigrants and Muslims, violence in Palestine, worker exploitation, and more.
Everything she just named was truly against America. Immigration, illegal immigration. The black community with the highest criminal rate. Like, come on. What else did she name? I don't even know, but I know it was stupid. I know it was stupid. ICE. ICE isn't after any Americans, only illegals. Like, this.
Fighting for freedom and safety for all people, including black, brown, people who are women, feminine, queer, trans, gender non-conforming, immigrants, disability, poor, and more. We're not free until all of us are free. We will not stand here and allow authoritarianism in Washington, D.C. We are going to be here, and we're not backing down. Know that the safety of a community is inseparable from its sense of belonging and justice, not its fear of somebody's uniform. Let us choose future where safety is earned through justice.
Let us choose what, ma'am? Y'all got the wrong person up here. At least Barack Obama knew how to speak. But this lady here's speech is just all off. I don't know what she's trying to say. I can't even like fathom or put together the syllables that she's trying to say because it just sounds crazy. I'm over this whole speech, but we gonna make it through.
Not enforced by intimidation. Where black communities, indeed all communities, feel protected, respected, included in the decisions that shape the lives of people indeed.
Man, if y'all want to feel protected and respected, y'all got to protect yourselves and respect yourselves. The reason why y'all don't feel protected and you feel attacked is because y'all attacking each other. The reason why y'all feel disrespected is because y'all don't respect each other. We kill each other majority of the time. It's black on black crime. Way much more than white on black crime. Way much more than white on white crime. We are the problem. But yet we still doing these crazy protests and rallies, playing like we the victims, like we just not the freaking problem. I hope this is almost over with this lady, because she making my blood boil.
And I advise you, if Nene Tay is ever killed by the police or held in a jail cell, don't you sit back and cry for me. You go raise hell.
Listen, ma'am, Nene, let me tell you, you got a better chance of getting struck by lightning than getting shot by a police officer. That's statistics. You got a better chance in your lifetime getting struck by lightning and get shot by a cop. But I digress. Let's proceed.
DC. Free DC. Free DC. Ashe.
Thank you, Nick.
What? Girl, DC been free. Black people been free. Even Muslims in our country been free to serve whatever God they want to serve as long as they not violent. We been free. Home of the brave, land of the free. We been free. Me and you, Nene, we been free for the past 200 years with the same opportunities as white people. The same opportunities, right? We just don't make nothing out of them. If our lives are messed up as black people, it's because that we chose some pretty negative paths to go down for our lives to be the way that they are. And the reason why we want to holler white supremacy, they always get the sharper end of the stick, is because they do the necessary stuff to get it. They go to school. They get their degrees. Not saying black people don't, but the majority of black people kind of don't. And that's okay. If that's what you choose to do, that's totally fine. But stop acting like a victim, bro. We got to stop acting like victims. We got to start looking in the mirror and realizing that, hey, if we want our community to get better, we got to point the finger at ourselves. What are we doing in our community that's not benefiting us, that's keeping us hindered, that's keeping us down, keeping us going backwards and not moving forward? We got to look at ourselves and stop blaming the white man, stop blaming illegals, or just stop blaming anybody else besides ourselves. We're the problem, not Trump, not ICE, not the police, not white people. We are the problem. And we sit here and we blame everything and everybody for what's going on wrong in the black community. We blame everything. This is sad. It's sad. Everything she said, I'm totally in disagreement with. I'm totally behind Trump 100% with federalizing Washington, D.C., getting the criminals off the street so that it can be a safer place. Not only for him, but for the American citizens. Period. Little do they know, if they really just sat down and researched what's really going on and read, they would know that Trump is trying to help them. But they're not seeing that. They only see being a victim. But comment down below if y'all disagree, if y'all agree with me. Let me know what y'all thinking down below. Make sure I don't know what that was. But again, make sure y'all thumbs up this video so that it can hit the algorithm. And yeah, we got to do better. God bless.